Hello, welcome you all. This video is sponsored by Intellify. Today we will study about the binary search. The chapter is data structure. So let's get move forward. First, we will study about the binary search. What is this binary search algorithm is? So the first thing we should know before starting is that binary search algorithm is applicable for already sorted array only. This is an important thing to know and understand. In this algorithm, what does this algorithm do? In this algorithm, to search for the given item from the sorted array in ascending order, the item is compared with the middle element of the array. Okay, if you see the image here, we declare three variables: first, last, and middle. And the first line say that to search for the given item, let's assume we want to search 12 in the given array. The element we want to search is 12 in the given array. So how does it work? The first thing is to search for the given item from the sorted array in ascending order. The item is compared with the middle element of the array. The item we first compare with the middle element of the array. Second thing, if the middle element is equal to the item, then index of the middle element is returned. Otherwise, if item is less than the middle item, then the item is present in first half segment of the array. That is between 0 to middle minus 1. So the next iteration will continue from first half only. Like if 7 is compared with 12 and it is equal to 12, then we return the index of this value. But here we see that 7 is not equal to 12. Therefore, uh, the index is, therefore, we check the 7 that this element is less than this element or greater than this element. If this element is greater than this element, in case if this element is greater than this element, then it is confirmed that our required element is light first half of the array from here to here. But if the item is larger than the middle element, then the item is present in second half of the array, that is between middle plus 1 to size minus 1. So the next iteration will continue for second half segment of the array only, like this. From here to here, middle plus 1 means the middle index plus 1 value to the size is the total size of the array minus 1, that means this index value 7. Here the size of the array is 8. If you see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the index value of this array is 8 minus 1, that is 7. That's why here written middle plus 1 to size minus 1. The same process continue until either the item is searched successful or the segment is reduced to the single element and still the item is not found. That means search unsuccessful. That means we won't get our element in this array. Our element is not present in this array. So move to the next slide. Let assume this is our given array. Then first we define a variable first, and a variable last, and a middle variable middle, which store the index value of the middle element of the array. Okay. Now it's compare the required element we want to search with the middle element. Like here it's try to compare with the 12 and it's found that the middle element is not equals to 12. Then it understand that 7 is less than 12. That means the element we want to search is be lie must be lie in the right side of the middle index of the array. Therefore, in next iteration, we need to search only this part of the array. Like here, you see in this slide, we need to now search only this part of the array. We doesn't need to search this part of the array because we confirm that our element is lie at the right side of the array. Now here again, when we come to this array, we have 4 elements, and we first find them, and this 4 element, the first is now changed to the index of this, last is changed with the index of this, and from first and last we find the middle element of this array, that is 5 here, and is also contain a value that is 9, and it's compared with 12, and after comparing we see that 12 is greater than 9. That means again this is not our element we want to search. Our element must be like the right side of the array, and means this part of the array. Now we need we need to go to our next iteration, that is this part of the array. We will take this part of the array and put this is the first element, this is the last element, and drive the middle element. How does we drive the middle element? We will see in our next slide. But here you understand the logic. How does this binary search actually work? So here now with the middle index, we see the value that middle index contains 12, and the value we want to search is 12. Now let's compare that value with this value, and we found that our middle element is equals to the element we want to search. That's why we said this is the required element in the array. That means we found our element in the array in this way. So what is the need of this algorithms? Why not we use only linear search? Because we also studied earlier about linear search. So why not we study only linear search in every searching scenario? Why we need sometimes binary search? Why we need sometimes linear search? The answer is that it's depend upon the condition. Sometimes linear search is better work in some cases, and sometimes binary search works better in some cases. While comparing to the linear search, you will see here that the binary search reduce our search by half of the uh, linear search algorithm timing, because we directly jump to the middle and compare our element, and we iterate only the half part after that. That's why it seems better than that, but it's totally depend upon the condition, that which algorithm is better for searching an element in an array. Now move to the next slide. This slide shows a little demonstration in Python language what is binary search. It doesn't matter which language is used. The algorithm logic is same in every language. So I use the Python language so that I will show you a demonstration. You will see here an example of this. This is the base class, means from where we start our program initially, and this is a function. This function named binary search, because the logic of binary search is written here. uh, that's why this function. Now I am moving to my ID pad so that I will give you a better understanding about it, and show you the output also about this. So before going to that ID, I will like to uh, show something here, that is this is the array variable where I store the array, and the value of array as we take an earlier example also put put it here. The value we want to find is 12. Here is the function where we are calling binary search function, and store the result of that value here. So if you see that it contains 4 parameters, and first parameter is the array, second is 0, and the third parameter is the length of array -1, and the last one is the element we want to search. This 4 parameter goes into this parameter of the function. As you see, array L R X. So let's understand how does this function works. They take things from here and goes and store these things here. Now we check our base condition. If r is greater than l. What is r? R is actually array length minus 1. So what is array length? Array length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 1. That means the last index of the array, this part. The array started from the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is this part. This part is 7th index of the array. And this is the 0th index of the array, which we will put here and send it. And here the array and here the variable. So going into this array, we find here the base condition. What does this base condition show? That r is greater than equal to l. L is right now 0 and r is right now 7. That is condition satisfied. We move into this loop. If in this inside this if condition, the first thing is that we declare a middle element. If you remember the previous slide image, the middle, we first need to find the middle. How does we find the middle? We find the middle by adding first plus last divided by 2. This double slash actually do one thing is in Python. What does it do? It gives you the whole number value. If you add 7 plus 0 here, 7 minus 0, because r is 7, we put here, and l is 0, we put here. So we put middle index, middle value here. The middle value, what does it store? It is stored 0 plus r minus l. R minus l means what? 7 minus 0, and divide this whole thing by 2. So if there is only one slash, it will give output 3.5 in the fractional form, but double arrow shows that we need the whole number. The whole number division we get here, that is 3, and store in this mid. Then we check if element is present at the middle of itself. If here we put if array of middle index value is equals to equal to x, that means the element we want to search. If this thing is equal, then we return mid. Mid means the index of the middle element. This is our required index. But if it is not equals to the middle element, then we check this condition. What does this condition? If you understand this condition, so it is defined as array mid is greater than x. So here we understand the middle element is greater than x or less than x. This condition shows that the middle element is less than x, and this condition is for showing that the middle element is greater than x. So if the middle element is greater than x, then we should search array. We should again call this binary function and search from where? Search from L to the m minus 1. Means L to the m minus 1 means what? From 0 to mid minus 1. From 0 to mid minus 1 means first half of the array. But if x is greater than the middle of the array, middle value of the array, then we go to in this else block, and here we search from middle plus 1 to end of the array. In this way we will iterate, and finally if we found the middle value, we return it. If we won't found the middle element in the array, we return minus 1. And then we come here and check the condition. If result is not equals to minus 1, print element is present at index this, else print element is present at array this. So now I switch to the ID so that you will see this element runs or find or give what output. Let's see it once. Here is the code. Here's the function of binary search. As you will see, wrote the same code. Is the array. Later here I will hard code that the element we want to find is 12, and now I am going to run it. Here you can see the element is present at index 6. In the slide we also see that the element is present at index C. I will show you once that ones also. Let's see here. The index of that element is 6. We'll find the same index value here also. Index is. Now let's check if the element we want to find is 20. That's not present in this array. Then what is the value? Run this one. We'll find the element is not present in value. That is correct. So this is the code written in Python. Actually, it will be same in everywhere, but it is a simple demonstration, so you can understand simply. Now come to the next slide, that is a practical relevance. What does the practical relevance? So when it's come to this algorithm in searching from a book in the library, here our sorted list is the well-arranged book in an alphabetical order. Our target element is the book we prefer to read. Instead of hopelessly running around in the circles and ruffling through every rack to find our book, we can apply this algorithm to find that book without breaking a sweat. All we need to do is determine the total number of racks, then find the middle rack. If we do not find the book, then we accordingly determine whether to omit the first half of the rack or the second half. We repeat this process until we finally find our book or run out of racks to look in. This is a practical relevance example of binary search algorithm. So here the last thing and the last slide of today's session, that is, let's think about it. That after knowing this much about the binary search, I would like to give you a thought or the question, that is why in binary search algorithm is always applicable in sorted array. Think about it, search about it, know more about it. And those who know about it is better. If you don't know, you can search more about it. Just imagine, think good. So thank you. This video is sponsored by Intelify. Thank you. We will meet later.